And I am live. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Let's see. We're going live on Instagram as well. Let me clean my camera. All right, I am live. Good evening, everyone. Hello, hello. How y'all doing tonight? My lighting looks good. Oh, I'm excited. My name is Dr. Linda Mitchell, and I am a holistic health coach and author and owner of Sweetheart Mitchell Collection, a health and wellness business that inspires you to be your best from the inside out, along with my husband, David. Good evening, Braylee. How are you doing, sweetheart? Thank you for joining. So we are live tonight on Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube. And I want to welcome you. For those that don't know who I am, follow us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, and definitely follow us on Facebook under Sweetheart Mitchell Collection. And tonight I'm going to be juicing a recipe for memory, forgetfulness, brain fog. I hear a lot of women these days saying, oh, my memory is so bad. Oh, I forget where my keys are. I forget where my cell phone is. I need some help with my memory. So tonight is in honor of those women who I have invited to tonight's live. So hopefully, for their benefit, they will show up or they will watch the replay. Okay. So thank you guys for joining us tonight. I'm going to be juicing a recipe for forgetfulness and for memory. Improved memory and for brain fog. And in the recipe, I have all of the ingredients right here soaking in my sink in some baking soda. Okay. So first and foremost, I want to encourage you, if you're not doing any juicing, to consider juicing. Juicing is an excellent way for you to supplement your diet, especially if you're on medications. First, let me give my disclaimer. I am not a medical doctor. I'm an herbalist, and I study herbs, juicing, smoothies, and meal supplements to help you to improve your health. Before trying anything new, I always suggest that you recommend talking to your doctor and making sure that your new regimen is in alignment with your prescriptions, especially if you're on any medication. Okay. Anything I share with you tonight is for information purposes only. So now that I've gotten that disclaimer out of the way, let's roll up my sleeves and let's get to work. So tonight's recipe / formula, because it is a formula for your brain health, is going to consist of some fresh wild blueberries. And it's going to consist of 1 cup. It's going to consist of 1 medium cucumber. And I went with a large cucumber because I'm extra. Okay? So we're going to be chopping that up. And 2 medium carrots. And when I wash my carrots, I make sure I wash off the tops and I juice the whole thing because everything in this carrot has nutrients and minerals. They're organic carrots, and I'm going to juice those tops right in that juicer. So we got 2 medium carrots. Get your pens and start writing. Now, this recipe calls for 1 small beet, but my wonderful husband brought me back these delicious looking beets. Let me show y'all. Look how they're organic and they're orange. That's why I'm wearing orange tonight, because of the carrots and the beets. Okay, we are representing. You are what you eat. Okay, all right. So tonight I'm going to juice 1 of these beets out of the 3. I am not going to juice the green part. I'm only going to juice this part of the beet. Okay. So we're going to. This recipe is great for the spring because all of the ingredients that we're using are actually spring friendly. Okay. And so I'm going to start by chopping up this beet here and getting this top off. And on the inside, you see all that good yellow goodness that's great for your brain, okay? And my carrots, I already told you, I'm going to leave my tops on my carrots, but you feel free to go ahead and take your tops off. And I'm going to juice this whole cucumber, or you can juice half. I like juicing the large cucumber because it helps with hydration in addition to your brain health. And then we got a whole cup of wild blueberries here that we're going to be juicing as well. And we're also going to add, for freshness, some fresh mint in this recipe today. So again, thank you for joining. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Dr. Linda Mitchell. I am a holistic health coach. I am an author and owner of Sweetheart Mitchell Collection. And I'm super excited to come to you on Mondays for 30 minutes to share recipes that inspire you to be your best from the inside out. Now, I encourage participation because with any type of learning, engagement is great. So if you decide to engage tonight, you may just win a prize. Let us know who you are. Let us know if you're joining us and what state you're joining us from. I am located in Virginia. For those of you that don't know me, I'm in the Virginia area, the Hampton Roads area. All right, so we're going to get started with juicing. And again, I want to thank you guys for joining tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, Bradley. You're doing a great job. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to go ahead. Now, the juicer that I'm using tonight is actually brand new. I just got it. It's a Sana 707C juicer. And I love this juicer because it's #1 in Europe. And it's known to give you 15% more juice from your vegetables and fruits than most juicers. And this juice, in addition to making juice, it makes nut butter, it makes ice cream, and it also makes cold pressed oils like avocado oil, olive oil, etc. And yes, I will be demonstrating those other options that it makes on one of my lives. So let's go ahead and get started because I'm super excited. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the juicer on. Okay, so we're going to start with our carrots tonight. And again, I'm wearing orange because I'm representing tonight. You are what you eat. And I'll be a carrot. I'll be a beet. All right, so we're going to go ahead and push these carrots down. Now, this is the part of the juicer that you're supposed to use to push the vegetables down into the machine. I'm looking for my juice to come out. And I don't see it. But hold on 1 second. I gotta make sure that I put this thing together correctly because I should be having some juice come out of here at this point. So the wonderful thing about this juicer is the fact that it's not very many parts to it. There are only really 4 parts to this juicer, and I need to add a part that's missing. That's what's happening. Okay, so this little piece right here needs to go on the front of the juicer. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on here, and then put the top back on. There we go. And one of the things that I get from my clients a lot of times is they're intimidated by when they take the juicer apart, how to put it back together. But the pieces only fit a certain way. Okay, there it is. Now the juice is coming out and the pulp is coming out as well. So hopefully you can see that carrot juice coming out really nice. We're going to go ahead and add our second carrot there. So let me start by talking about why carrots are really good for brain health. Okay, they're high in beta carotene, which is an antioxidant that the body converts to vitamin A. And vitamin A is crucial for maintaining great brain function and may help improve your memory and your cognitive performance. Cognitive performance is your thinking, right? Sometimes you have to do a lot of thinking and you need that brain to be working, okay? Next, we're going to add in the wild blueberries. Now, I chose wild blueberries instead of regular blueberries tonight because wild blueberries have twice as many antioxidants compared to regular blueberries. And you can find wild blueberries in the frozen section of your grocery store. A lot of times you won't see them in the fresh vegetable section. But if you go to the frozen section, I know BJ's has them. And I know that in addition to BJ's, that Walmart has it in the frozen section. Okay? So I'm just putting the wild blueberries in there. As you can see, they're coming out. They're producing some juice. And now we're going to do our cucumber. Let me tell you why cucumbers are good for your brain health. First of all, they're very hydrating. And I don't know if you realize it, that when you are dehydrated, it affects your brain. And it affects it negatively. So cucumbers are great because they help to hydrate your brain, but they also help the brain to get proper nutrients. Because when your brain is hydrated, it has the fluids in it to allow it to move around and get to your brain and give it the proper nutrients. So the cucumber part of this recipe is helping with hydration. Definitely want to make sure you are properly hydrated. Okay, and again, I'm putting the skin in there. I'm not taking the skin because the skin has minerals and nutrients in it that you want to benefit from. Now, I am using a fresh cold pressed juicer, and the advantage of the fresh cold pressed juicer is it's quiet. Not only is it quiet, but it gives you maximum benefit and nutrients in your juicer because of its slow movement. A lot of times when you have a juicer that is fast, there's a lot of heat, okay, that is produced by that fast movement, and that changes the composition of your juice. So with this juicer being slow and quiet, there's no heat taking place, and so we're getting the maximum amount of enzymes and nutrients from this juicer. All right, so we're going to do the last of our cucumber. Okay, and then we're going to move on to the beets. Now, a lot of times when I'm working with my clients, they either say, I don't like beets. I think that's the most hated vegetable out there is beets. Or the most overlooked vegetable is beets. Beets are so good for you. They're good for your blood. They're loaded with antioxidants. And tonight you're learning that beets are great for your brain. So if you can't eat the beets, at least you can juice the beets, right? And get the benefit. If you don't like the taste of them as you're chewing them, beets make a great vegetable for you to juice in your juicer if you don't like the taste of them. All right, so let's talk about what beets contain. They contain nitrates, nitrates. And what nitrates do is they help to increase your blood flow to your brain, improving your cognitive function, which is your thinking function, and potentially reducing the risk of dementia. Did you hear me? Why most of us should be eating these beautiful beets, and they come in a purple color. This is an organic, they call it blood orange or orange beet. It helps or may potentially help, always have to say may potentially help, reduce your chances of getting dementia. Yes, and they also contain antioxidants that help to protect the brain cells from things like oxidative stress. Okay, so we're going to cut this beet in half. Then we're going to cut it into little slices, and we're going to put it into our juicer. Now, as you can see, the blueberries are really taking over in this juice. Really taking over. Thank you, Brayley, for doing such a great job of posting. I really appreciate you. And I do have a prize tonight. If you guys come out of hiding, the last week we didn't have anybody stand up and talk, I ordered 8 of these cute little cups, and this is what I'm going to be tasting my juice in. It's quite cute, and it comes with a little straw brush. So whoever steps out and talks to us tonight and lets us know where they are, where they're from, you may get one of these in the mail, okay? But if not, if you want to be shy, that's fine too. Just gather the information. That's really what it's all about, okay? So I'm still slicing my beets up. These beets are really pretty. Look at that. And of course, I washed it really good, and I'm juicing the skin on these beets, okay? Because that skin has nutrients. Delia, my girl Delia, there you are. Make sure you meet up with me. I got one of these for you. This is so cute. It makes you want to drink your water. It makes you want to drink whatever you put in it. Hopefully it's something healthy. Maybe you can put some water in here with a slice of lemon, or you can put some water in there with a slice of orange or lime to get your water in. And of course, you can definitely put your juice in there when you finish juicing, and you guys will get to see how cute it looks. Brady put down that we have one of these 16-ounce glass cups for Miss Delia Howard for being so courageous and stepping up and saying hello to us tonight. Now, when I opened up initially, I shared with you guys one of the things that I'm hearing from you guys a lot is that I can't remember. I'm forgetting. I forget where I put my cell phone. I forget where I put my keys at. That is not good. I went to a conference last week. Well, you already know it's not good. That's why you're here tonight. But I went to a conference last week, and the doctor, one of the doctors, he was a brain doctor, he said, those are usually signs and onsets of, could be dementia, could be Alzheimer's. And I said, okay, it's time for us to start doing something about this, okay? And so this juice tonight is meant to help you all with your brain health, everything from your thinking to your cognitive health to your detoxing your brain. Now, one of the things, in case you guys don't know, is that wild blueberries, they have twice as many antioxidants as regular blueberries, but they also help you. You're very welcome, Miss Delia. They also help you to detox things like aluminum and mercury from your brain. Your brain does not like mercury. It does not like aluminum, okay? And so the wild blueberries, they go into your brain and they help you to detox your brain from those metals. If you're using deodorant that has aluminum in it, I want you to find a new deodorant without aluminum ASAP. And make sure that you get that switched over. You do not need aluminum in your deodorant for it to be effective. We use Native, Native, and you can find it on Amazon. But you want to stop getting using things with those metals in them, so you can allow your brain to detox, especially after this juicing recipe, and start getting your memory back. Okay? All right, so we have finished our delicious juice. And we're going to pour it into this beautiful glass here. Look how gorgeous that is. She is just beautiful. All right, so we're going to pour that right in there. Okay, and then we're going to take one of these leaves that is on this mint, and we're going to rinse it off, and we're going to drop it into our juice here. Now, again, this juice tonight is for brain health, okay? And let me move this out of the way. A lot of folks ask, how much am I going to get from this recipe? So you'll probably get about 18 ounces, probably get about 18 ounces of juice from the recipe that we just did. Now, one of the things that I want to share with you is that you're going to have to start buying some glass jars if you want to juice, because it's better for you to store them in a glass container compared to a plastic container. okay? Because you don't want the plastic leaking into your juice. So I keep jars all over the house. You can get them from the dollar store. You can get them from the thrift store. This is a 16 ounce. And when you fill it up, make sure you fill it all the way up to the top. Don't leave any air in your container. And then put the top on tight. Now, if you're freezing it, maybe you're making a big batch. This is 32 ounce. You want to fill it up and leave about an inch where this part is. Don't fill it up to this area. Leave that available if you're freezing it, because when you freeze it, it's going to expand and you don't want your jar to break. So you have to leave some room for it to expand. A lot of times when I'm freezing my juice, I'll take this little part of the top and I'll sit it on there and sit it in the freezer like that. And that way, if it goes past the brim here, it won't bust. I just put this on there to keep it from getting contaminated. And I put it in the freezer. And if it pushes it up, it's fine. I just take a knife and shave off the extra juice. And then I put the top on like that. Okay, so this is a 16 ounce. This is a 32 ounce. This is a 32 ounce as well. These both are 32 ounce jars. I got these little milk jars off of Amazon, and I'll make sure that we post these where you can get these from. But I like to buy these because they're only $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. And then this is a 64 ounce container of for juicing. And so you'll find that as you start juicing more and more, you'll start collecting more jars around the house. All right, so let's go. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. My husband's on. All right, so we got our delicious wild blueberry, one cup of wild blueberries, 1 medium cucumber, 2 medium-sized carrots, 1 beet. You can use orange beet like we did tonight, or a purple beet. And then add your mint leaves as well, because mint's really good for the brain too. It has a calming and soothing effect, and it can help to reduce stress and anxiety. But lowering your stress and anxiety helps to give you better cognitive thinking and helps with your memory. But let's taste it and see how it tastes. It tastes fresh. The cucumbers are really taking over here. Oh, wow, that's really good. That's really delicious. Yay! Great job. All right, so I have some additional things that I want to talk to you about that you can start incorporating into your diet to help with your memory, okay, and your brain function. And the first thing I want to talk to you about is avocados. Now, I did not grow up eating avocados. I started incorporating them into our diet once I realized how wonderful they are for your memory. And so avocados, they're rich in monosaturated fats, okay, which are beneficial to your heart. Now, I did find out last weekend that one of the top reasons that women pass or die is from heart health, poor heart health. And, you know, I had no idea. I would have never thought for women that we were dying from heart attacks or, you know, poor heart conditions. But it is. It's the number one reason, according to the doctor that was on the panel. So avocados help with your heart health because they contain vitamin E, and they also help with your heart health because they are loaded with antioxidants. They help to protect your cells from damage, and they're a good source of folate. Folate is important for your brain function. So not only are avocados good for your heart, they're good for your brain. Now, the way that I do my avocados is I take the avocado and I cut it in half, okay, like this, around the middle. And once I cut it in half, I pull it apart and I give myself half and my husband gets the other half. And you can put this in the refrigerator if you're just eating one half during a meal. And then you take this and you can just squeeze this together right on top of your food, next to your rice, next to your vegetables, Or if you want to get bougie about it, you can cut it into little squares. Okay? And when you squeeze it into your food, the little squares will fall right on your plate next to your vegetables and next to your rice. It makes your food taste a lot more creamier and a lot more rich. Okay? It also says here that folate helps with the production of neurotransmitters, okay, in your brain, which play a role in your mood regulation. So if you find that you're being moody, or maybe you're going through menopause, you want to get some of this, okay? Get some of these avocados and start just slicing them like I just showed you, and adding them to your plate next to your vegetables. Put them next to your rice. Put them next to your meat. And as you're eating your dinner, just take a little scoop of the avocado for your brain health and for your heart health, okay? Very easy to do. I bought 4 yesterday for $2. They're very inexpensive. And if you cannot afford the organic ones, get the regular ones. That's fine, okay? Just make sure you wash the outside really good before you slice it, okay? And then last but certainly not least, another great beneficial snack for your brain are walnuts. Okay, walnuts are a good source of omega-3 fatty acids, specifically alpha linoleic acid and omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3 fatty acids are great for your brain health. Okay, they help to improve your cognitive function and thinking, your memory, and your mood. So what I do with my walnuts is I take my walnuts and I put them in a big jar like this, because once you open, you can get this really big bag at Costco for a great price. But once you open the walnuts, you have to store them in the refrigerator, okay? Or else they'll go rancid. And you don't want rancid walnuts. So you just take this big old bag, okay, because this is a huge bag, and you fill up a 64-ounce container, glass jar. I just highly suggest glass over plastic. You're still going to have some left over for baking, okay? I put a rubber band around this and put it in the refrigerator. Do not put it in your cabinet. Sit this in the refrigerator, put a nice lid on the top, and every morning grab 2 or 3 walnuts and pop them in your mouth and chew. Okay? That's some really good brain health. Again, the walnuts have the omega-3, which help with your memory, your mood, and your brain function. And did you know walnuts are loaded with antioxidants? Antioxidants help to protect your brain cells and helps to fight off inflammation in your brain. So, in addition to your delicious juice, and I'm going to go over the recipe again, 1 cup of fresh wild blueberries or frozen wild blueberries, 1 medium to large size cucumber, 2 medium-sized carrots with the tops, 1 small beet, and then you can add a handful of fresh mint, or you can take a mint plant. I keep these on the side because they smell amazing. Pop off a couple of these leaves and drop them right into your fresh juice. Okay? It's 8:02, and I promise to keep this to 30 minutes. Does anyone have a question? Braylee, you did an amazing job tonight. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. With that, if no one has any questions, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. If you're watching the replay, thank you for watching the replay. Make sure you post any questions that you may have for me, and I'll be sure to answer them. Thank you for coming on tonight. I'm going to be doing these 30-minute clips, lives every Monday that I can, sharing information to inspire you to pull that juicer out if you have it in the cabinet, or to purchase a fresh cold pressed juicer. And I also suggest that you get a slow juicer. But if you cannot afford a slow juicer, go ahead and get yourself a fast one. Some juicing is better than no juicing, and you can work yourself up to the slow juicer. So thank you for joining tonight. Thank you to my number one cheerleader, my husband, for always showing up. And Delia, thank you so much for showing up tonight. I really appreciate you, and I'll be making sure that you get your pretty glass, 16-ounce glass cup with the glass straw too, and a straw. It also has a straw cleaner. It's the stuff they come out with these days is just cuteness, just cuteness. All right, so again, I'm Dr. Linda Mitchell. For those of you that don't know me, I'm a holistic health coach. I'm an author and owner of Sweetheart Mitchell Collection, a business that inspires you to live your best life from the inside out. Be well. Go to our website, www.sweetheartmitchellcollection.com, and check us out. Take care.